as you told, synthetic organic insecticide. The meaning is insecticides which are synthetically prepared. Yes or no? Organic insecticides which are synthetically prepared, those are your synthetic organic insecticide. So basically, these are some 5 or 4 major groups are there. What are those? As you told, that is your organochlorines, organophosphate,
organochlorine, organophosphate, carbamate.
Carbamate. Then these synthetic pyrethroids, again those novel insecticide and IGR. IGR in the sense insect growth regulator. Yes or no? Okay. Like this, some 5 to 6 major kind of synthetic organic insecticides are there. One by one we will discuss. So today in this class we will discuss your organochlorines, okay, organophosphate, carbamate, and synthetic pyrethroids. Only those that much things we will discuss today. Okay, rest of the things in the next class we will discuss. Okay, so here you see we will try to understand all of those things in the exam point of view. Okay, those who are interested in entomology, later on we can discuss deeply on that. But for now we will discuss is according to the course. Okay, rest of the things you see, I think we already have covered in IPM. Still, if any doubt is there, we can discuss later. So today we will only discuss based on our IPDM course. Okay, rest of the things, any doubt is there, those things we'll discuss later in entomology classes here separately, those mass multiplication and all. Okay, so you see whatever the block letters are there, always try to remember, do not forget that one. It may come in the exam. Rest of the things, whatever that is important, I will tell you. Okay, so you see the first line. What is that? First synthetic organic compound to be used as insecticides is your what? Alkyl thiocyanate. You remember this one, this alkyl thiocyanate. Okay, this is the first synthetic organic compound or synthetically prepared organic compound that was having your insecticidal activities. It may come in the exam. Okay, now coming to the first group, that is your chlorinated hydrocarbons. Okay, which is also known as organochlorines, chlorinated synthetics, or chlorinated organics, okay, or chlorinated hydrocarbons. Some of the subgroups are your DDT, DDT analogous, chlorinated terpenes, and cyclodine. One by one we will discuss now. Okay. So you see, first one is your DDT. Okay. How the questions will come, you see some of the important points are there. Those things only may come in the exam. Okay. What are those? First one is your this who has synthesized that DDT. First thing is, what is DDT? Who can tell what is DDT? The full form or chemical name of DDT. What is that?
Sir, dichloro, diphenyl, trichloroethane.
Okay, very good. Okay, so that one is your DDT, dichloro, diphenyl, trichloroethane. Okay, which is a stomach and contact insecticide. It may come in the exam. What is DDT? Okay. Then come to what? Who has synthesized DDT? Who has first time synthesized DDT in which year? Year is also important in case of this DDT. Okay. In 1874, okay, by Ottmar Zedler, he has synthesized that DDT. That means he has prepared the DDT. He may not be knowing that this is having insecticidal property. That means he was not known to this fact that it can be used against insect. But he has prepared that one in 1874. Then what to remember, you see, in 1939, okay, in 1939, this Swiss entomologist, okay, Paul Muller, okay, he has found its insecticidal property. What do you mean by that? Though Ottmar Zedler has prepared that one, but he does not know this is having insecticidal property. But Paul Muller has discovered that this is having insecticidal property. That means it can be used against insect. Getting my point or not? What is the difference?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that means here the year is also important. Okay, note it down. 1874, Ottmar Zedler synthesized. 1939, Paul Muller discovered the insecticidal property. Okay. Now you see, one more thing is important here. In 1948, this Paul Muller, he has got Nobel Prize. Okay. For what? For medicine. It may also come in the exam. In which year? Who? What he got Nobel Prize? On which field? That will be your medicine. Understood? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now, one question may be there, you see, it is written that he got Nobel Prize for medicine. Why medicine, not for agriculture? Yes or no? You see, he got Nobel Prize for medicine, not for agriculture. Why? Can anyone tell?
Sir, for malaria mosquito, it is.
Okay, very good. Very good. That means for malaria mosquito, it was used. Yes or no? That means for somewhat, for some medicinal purpose, it has been used. Yes or no? Not for the pest directly. That means the mosquitoes were there. They were transmitting that particular fever within the soldiers before they are going to the war. So to prevent the spreading of that disease, okay, this DDT was used against those mosquito, not against the fever, but against the mosquito to prevent the further spreading of that particular disease. That's why he got Nobel Prize for medicine, for his life-saving discovery. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here you see some more points are there, like they have long residual action. Okay. But then they are generally non-phytotoxic. Non-phytotoxic in the sense they won't adversely affect the plant except cucurbits. It may come in the exam. It is common for DDT and BHC. These are phytotoxic to cucurbits. It may come in the exam. That means DDT are toxic or phytotoxic to which crops? That means that will be your cucurbits. It may come in the exam. Okay. Here you see the DDT is now banned. Two reasons are there. One is your long residual life cycle. That means it will persist for a longer period of time in the soil. Okay. Longer residual effect will be there. Again, their accumulation, bioaccumulation. That means here you see, suppose for chlorpyrifos we are using now. What is the dose? Some 2 ml per liter. That means in 1 liter of water, only 2 drops, 2 ml will be kept. Yes or no? Only 2 ml will be given. That is the dose now we are using. But at that time, what they were using, those farmers? They were applying this DDT in kgs. That means too much accumulation, bioaccumulation was there for this DDT. For that, what happened? This bioaccumulation, in the sense, they will enter into the food chain. That became again biomagnification. The concentration has increased from trophic level to trophic level. For which what happened? This DDT is now banned in most of the countries. Understood why? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Here you see again the LD50 value is very less, that is 113 to 118 milligram per kg body weight. That means the LD50 value is very less, that means the toxicity is very high. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you see the mode of action. You see the mode of action is what? All of them will attack their, generally the acetylcholine esterase enzyme site. Sometimes they also attack their GABA gate, but for now you see, don't read these things. Okay. If required, we'll have a separate class and we can discuss. For now, for basic study, don't try to remember all those things. You just remember, if you apply DDT, insects will undergo your hyperexcitation. Uncoordinated body movement will be there. Okay. And they will totally tremoring of the body will be there, which is known as what your DDT jitters or jitters effect. JWITTERS or jitters effect. That means this sucking or trembling of the body. This is the symptom, okay, of this DDT. It may come in the exam. Jitters effect is produced by which kind of, or which group of insecticide? That will be your DDT. Getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Again, you see the last point, DDT is active as para-para or ortho-para DDT. This is not important for you, okay? For entomology students, it may be important, okay? Now, the second group is your DDT analogous, okay? DDT analogous. Examples are methoxychlor, then this DDT, this is important, you see. Dichlorodiphenyl dichloroethane, which can also be known as, you see, dichloro. That means tetrachloro dichloroethane. TDE or DDE, DDD. Same thing. Yes or no? Understood? How same? DDD, dichloro-diphenyl dichloroethane, similar to TDE. Yes or no? You see, dichloro become tetrachloro dichloroethane. Getting my point? How similar? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Sir, again, sir.
Okay. Here you see, this is 2-dichloro. Yes or no? Dichloro, diphenyl, dichloroethane. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Dichloro, diphenyl, dichloroethane, DDD. Okay. How it can also be written? TD, that means tetrachloro, diphenyl, ethane. Same thing. Yes or no? These two become 4.
Yes.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that is not required actually. You see, the commercial name is Rothane, which is safe to fish. It may come in the exam. That means which this organochlorine is safe to fish. That means that will be your Rothane. And which organochlorine is toxic to fish? That will be your endosulfan. These 2 questions may come in the exam. Okay. Similarly, Forthan is an example. Nitroparaffin analogous are example, like your Dylan, which is a mixture of Prolan and Bulan. It may come in the exam. Dylan is a mixture of Prolan and Bulan. It may come in the exam. Okay. And your Dicofol. What is Dicofol? Effective against mites. That means that is effective which side? Acaricide.
Acaricide, sir.
Yes or no? Acaricide. What is the trade name? Kelthane. Note it down. Okay. Kelthane. It may come in the exam. Very, very important Dicofol. This may come in the exam. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now coming to the next one, that is your hexachlorocyclohexane or benzene hexachloride BHC. Either HCH or BHC, same thing. Okay. How the question will come? The first one, you see, first synthesized by Michael Faraday. It may come in the exam. Who has synthesized BHC for the first time? Michael Faraday. In which year? 1825. Both are important. Both Michael Faraday and 1825 are important. Similarly, Othmar Zedler, 1874. Paul Muller, 1939. All are important. Anything may come in the exam. Understood? Just like DDT, this BHC are also stomach and contact poison. Same non-phytotoxic except to cucurbits. Okay. These are effective against your soil inhabiting insect. For example, you see the Gamaxin we are using. Do you know what is Gamaxin? I think everybody knows Gamaxin. For which insect we are using at home? Generally,
Ants, sir.
Ants, yes or no? Ants or termites, then we use. Yes, right.
Ants.
For all the soil inhabiting insect, we use this Gamaxin, which is a BHC. Understood? Simply you have to dig somewhat, then we have to apply that one, again we have to cover up. Yes or no? That one is what your benzene, that Gamaxin, okay? BHC or HCH. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you see, in case of this BHC or SCH, what happened? Some of the isomers are there, like alpha, gamma, okay? This beta, delta, okay? Those are the isomers, okay? So here what happens, in this BHC, maximum number of this insecticidal activity is produced by this gamma isomer. Okay, gamma isomer. It may come in the exam. Which isomer of BHC gives up your maximum toxicity? That will be your gamma isomer. So on that what happened, this scientist V. Linden, he has isolated this 99% of this gamma isomer. He has prepared an insecticide which was having 99% of gamma isomer, on which basis in his name the insecticide was just gave on the name Linden. It is a BHC compound. He has isolated in 1912 but named in 1949. These are not required. Only remember, Linden contains 99% of gamma isomer. Understood? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, you see the next subgroup, that is your chlorinated terpenes. Only example you try to remember, toxaphene and stroben. Rest are not required. These scientist names are not required. Understood? For basic course, this is not required. Okay. Now, coming to the next one, you see cyclodene compounds. Okay. Cyclodene compound. Here, you see this is synthesized by Coate, Alder and Autodiols. It may come in the exam. Two scientists has prepared these cyclodene compounds, and the process or the reaction through which these cyclodene compounds are prepared, that is known as what your Diels-Alder reaction. It may come in the exam. Okay, Diels-Alder reaction. Okay, the mode of action and all are not that much important. They are effective against soil inhibiting insect. Examples are important like chlordene, aldrin, dialdrin, okay, heptachlor, endrin, endosulfan. These are the example. Okay. Now you see here what you need to remember: aldrin, dialdrin, endosulfan, whatever it is there. Only you have to remember the trade names. Rest of the things, this granule, EC 30%, dust 5%, these are not important. Only trade names along with the example. Suppose an exam question will come, aldrin belongs to which group of insecticide? Then you have to tell that those are cyclodene subgroup of group what? Organochlorines. Like that, you have to keep it in your mind. Okay. Then you see in endosulfan importance is there. What is that? These are toxic to fish. Rothen was safe to fish, but endosulfan is toxic to fish and safe for honeybees, safe for pollinator. This is the importance of endosulfan. Which insecticides are safe for honeybees? Then that will be your endosulfan. Though it is banned now, it is banned. Endosulfan is banned, and most of the cyclodene compounds are banned. Understood? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
For entomology students, this table is important, but for others, that is not important. With cyclic, that means you see, either you refer refresher or handbook of entomology, there one cycle will be there. Okay, in your chapter, chemical control. There you can find this proper what cycle, some reaction through which different kind of cyclodene compounds are prepared. You go through that and you should remember. Not for basic course. Okay. Now coming to the next part, that is your organophosphate. Now your organochlorine is completed. Now coming to organophosphate. Okay. This biological activity of organophosphate was discovered by two scientists, W. Lang and Krueger, which is not important for exam point of view. This one is important. This Gerhard Schrader. Okay. In 1937, this Gerhard Schrader, he has developed a organophosphate compound, that is your Scradan. That is your Scradan, which is the first systemic organophosphate compound. It may come in the exam. First systemic organophosphate compound is Scradan. First organophosphate compound is Parathion. First commercialized organophosphate compound is TEP, tetraethyl pyrophosphate. Getting my point? How many points are there? 3. What are those?
3 points.
First organophosphate compound, Parathion. First commercialized organophosphate compound, TEP, tetraethyl pyrophosphate. First systemic organophosphate compound, that is your Scradan. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any of this may come in the exam. Okay. This first point, that is not important. Okay. This third point is very, very important. Try to remember. Okay. Anyway, the scientist name you can easily tell. Schrader has developed Scradan. Yes or no? Then they have two most important properties like higher potency, higher efficacy, and low residual life cycle. That means as compared to the organochlorine compounds, after that organophosphate came, these are having lower residual life, for which they, at that time, they were very famous for use. Okay, due to this lower residual life as compared to the organochlorine compounds. Okay, coming to their mode of action, you see, I will tell you at the end through a video. They will attack the target site is your acetylcholine esterase enzyme binding site. They will attach there, and just note it down. There is a simple difference between organophosphate and carbamate. Not simple, a very general difference between organophosphate and carbamate. That is your, in case of organophosphate, the action is irreversible. That means if you have applied the insecticide and the insecticide has attacked the insect, they cannot recover. Irreversible reaction, irreversible action. But in case of carbamate, what will happen? That is a reversible action. That means the insect may recover. Reversible action, reversible in nature. Understood? It may come in the exam. Irreversible in matchmaking. Okay, column matching. Yes or no? Irreversible will be there, reversible will be there. Irreversible means organophosphate, non-competitive. Reversible means competitive carbamate. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you come to the example of organophosphate. You see so many are there. Malathion, methylparathion, diazinon, so many are there. You remember 4 to 5. Actually, all of this you have to remember because question may come like methylparathion belongs to which group of insecticide. At that time you have to tell. But this story is not required. Like contact and stomach poison with slight fumigant action. This is story not required. What do you need to remember for specific insecticide like malathion? You see why malathion is important. This is the surface. That means within 7 to 10 days, what will happen? This malathion will degrade into non-toxic compounds. That's why it is recommended for vegetables, those consumable product, or in the godowns. Generally, malathion is used. These trade names are Scythian and Himala. It may come in the exam. This malathion is important because they have short residual period. That means before 7 to 10 days of harvesting, we can easily apply this malathion. That means you should be conscious that when suppose today you are applying the insecticide means after 10 to 12 days only you should go for harvesting. Within that, this malathion will be intoxicated. That means it will reduce or it will lose its toxicity. Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
This is important. Okay. It may come in the exam which organophosphate compound is generally recommended for your vegetables. That is your malathion. Okay. This methylparathion is there, diazinon is there. That is not important. This is important. You say dichlorophos or DDBP. What is that? 2,2-dichlorovinyl dimethyl phosphate. Okay. This is important. The abbreviation is important. The full name of DDBP is important. Okay. And they have fumigant action. It is used in the, it's a fumigants and effective in the go down storage structure. Okay. Generally used as fumigants. This dichlorophos. These two are important. Then rest is so many examples are there. Quinalphos, chlorpyrifos, phosphomidin, so many are there. Chlorpyrifos, you know, universal. Yes or no? Everyone might have heard this chlorpyrifos. Yes or no? Because it is effective against a broad range of insect. Okay, that's why chlorpyrifos is very, very famous. Okay, this radar, Darswan are the trade names. Okay, it may come in the exam. This last two you see, Forate. Forate is a which insecticide? Entomologist. Forate. Already written there. Huh? Granular, yes or no? Forate, how much G?
Sir,
Forate? 10G, 10G, yes or no? Carbofuran, 3G. Forate, 10G. Okay. This is very, very important. They are granular insecticide with systemic action. Okay. Then this Ronal is important. Why? They are effective against your veterinary pest like your cattle screwworm, sucking lice. For them, generally it is used. Understood? So these are the things you have to remember in case of organophosphate. Understood or not? Hello?
Understanding, sir.
Okay. Now coming to the next one, that is your carbamate. Okay, this is the derivatives of carbamic acid or dithiocarbamic acid, carbothione. Generally what happens, you see in case of Calabar bean, okay, they are having this physostigmine or the acerine, which is the active ingredient or the principal alkaloid of toxicity, insecticidal toxicity. Then what happens, scientists has used that one and they have synthetically prepared this physostigmine that became your carbamate because that is the derivative of carbamic acid. Now it is synthetically prepared carbamate. Okay, here also the mode of action is same. They will attack the target site. Which one? Acetylcholine esterase binding site. Enzymes. Enzyme in that binding site will be there. They will attack that one. Okay, they will target that one. But the difference is from organophosphate, they have reversible action. They are reversible inhibitors. But in organophosphate, irreversible, but in carbamate, reversible. Understood? Okay.
Yes, sir.
And this one is important. You see block letter. First carbamate insecticide is isolan. Okay, it may come in the exam. Isolan. Okay. Next, you see some examples are there like carbaryl, propoxyr, carbofuran, carbosulfan. So many are there. Okay, this carbaryl again, that is used in case of vegetables. Some of the vegetables. Okay, 50 WP, and rest of the things you only remember the trade names. Others are not required. This furadon, carbofuran. This is very, very important. Okay, so these are their example. Okay, you have to remember. Understood? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
For entomology students, I am telling, not only this one, you go through that applied entomology book or handbook of applied entomology, that one, Srivastav. That one you read, what is happening there. You see so many groups are there, so many examples are there, you make a table. Okay, suppose organochlorine, DDT is there, DDT analogous is there, cyclodine compounds are there, so many. Similarly, organophosphate. In organophosphate, so many subgroups are there. Again, in the subgroups, specific examples are there. Okay, just note it down, make a table and read it. Getting my point or not? With trade names for entomology student. For others, I will give you the word file. There, everything is there, whatever important. For entomology students, you go through that one, that book, and you make a table and try to remember. Understood? For you, that is important, not for others. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Understood
Yes,
now? That
sir.
book you bring and you read from that. You make the table. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now coming to the synthetic pyrethroids. Okay. What is pyrethrum?
Sir, which is extracted from flowers of chrysanthemum cyanidifolium.
Okay. What is the family of this chrysanthemum? That is important.
Asteraceae.
Asteraceae. Good. Okay.
Yes.
So you tell me some of the properties of natural pyrethrum.
Sir, it is unstable in nature, sir. Low residual effect.
Unstable, low residual life. Yes, right. Any other?
Sir, it has
And it is
rapid
having-
knockdown effect.
Quick knockdown effect. Yes. Yes. Then
Sir, pyrethrum have a knockdown effect, and cyanidin it kills the insects, sir.
that means quickly they will kill the insect if they will come in contact. Otherwise, they are
Yes, sir.
poorly stomach poison. Yes or no? They are highly effective contact poison. If they will come in contact, very quickly they will bring knockdown in the target insect. But they are poor stomach poison. Yes or no? These are the overall properties of pyrethrum. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So, what are the disadvantages? Photo instability, factor 1. Second one is poorly stomach poison, factor 2. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So you just keep it in your mind. First, point 1 is photo instability. Point 2 is poorly stomach poison. Okay. Why am I telling this one, all of these things? You see, in this synthetic pyrethroid, what will happen? Some 4 generations are there. First generation, second generation, third, fourth. In these generations, what happened? The scientists were developing that pyrethrum, synthetically preparing that one, and try to eliminate the disadvantages like photo instability. Again, their poorly stomach poison character. They have tried to develop that one. Okay. So those things we'll discuss now. That's why I'm telling point 1 is photo instability. Point 2 is poorly stomach poison. Keep it in your mind. Okay. Then first synthetic pyrethroid is your alethrin. Very, very important. It may come in the exam. Which one? Alethrin. First synthetic pyrethrum. So my question is, which one is the first photostable synthetic pyrethroid? Can anyone tell? First,
Sir, permethrin, sir.
Permethrin. Very good. Okay. Alethrin is the first one. First photostable is your permethrin. Okay. They act on the sodium channel receptor site or binding site. In case of your DDT or in case of organophosphate or carbamate, which one was the target site? Which one?
Instead call it esterase enzyme.
Esterase binding site, enzyme binding site. But here what will happen, directly they will attack the sodium channel. How and when, I will tell you through video at the end. Understood? Okay.
Yes,
Here
sir.
the target site is sodium channel. Okay. What is happening, I will tell you in the video. Okay. Then rest of the things are generally same only. You see, they have higher insecticidal activity. Okay. They act against different stages of the insect, egg, larva, adult. They are biodegradable in nature. Yes, mammalian safe. Okay, they have antioxidant and repellent properties. And in this synthetic pyrethroid, what happened? Due to this additional use of additives or whatever, they became lipophilic. That means surface runoff was not there. If rain will also come, they will be stable. They won't washed away due to their lipophilic nature. Okay, less toxic to mammals. Okay, mammalian safe and have quick knockdown activity. You know already. Same as that of natural pyrethrum. Okay. Then here what will happen in case of synthetic pyrethroid, very less amount of insecticide. That means the dose will be very less as compared to other insecticide, which is highly effective against the insect when they will act in contact mode, not in stomach poison. Understood? All of the properties? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now coming to some of these things are very, very important. You see, first synthetic pyrethroid is your alethrin. Note it down. It may come in the exam. Then first phototable synthetic pyrethroid is permethrin. Highest mammalian safe synthetic pyrethroid is bioresmethrin. These are not that much of importance. These two are important. Safe to bees, fluvalinate, and safe to fish, that is your etofenfrox.
Etofenfrox.
Right. Chandan, when you came?
Sir, half an hour ago, sir.
Okay, etofenfrox. Okay.
Sir, last to koi sir, answer that.
Okay. So you need to remember those first 3 points, at least first 2 points and the last 2 points. Again, last two are not that much of importance, but you should not forget the first 2 points. Okay. So these three and the last one. Okay. Try to remember. Understood? Now
Yes,
coming to some of the limitations. Okay. You see, is this synthetic pyrethroid like alethrin? Generally, they are applied as what? Aerosol. That means they will be in the vapor form. They are just there in the atmosphere. So there is a problem that they cannot act as soil insecticide. They cannot penetrate. If they will penetrate, they will take more time to come in contact with the insect. At that time, they will be degraded into non-toxic compound. That's why they are ineffective soil insecticide. This is a major disadvantage. Second one is what? That is the advantage and disadvantage also. What is that? They have quick knockdown effect. That means though pest will be killed, along with that, all those pollinators or whatever the natural enemies, whatever non-target species are there, they will also be get affected. That is also a second disadvantage. Which is third one and fourth one? This development of resistance and resurgence in the insect. That means when these 5 esters are entering into the insect midgut, the insect can easily identify the constituents and they will make it into a non-toxic component. That's why they have the ability to develop more resistance and resurgence towards such kind of synthetic pyrethroids. Okay, this is also a very, very disadvantage. Okay, again, specifically in case of cotton, what will happen? They are generally now not recommended against whitefly, aphids, and all sucking pest because they already have developed resistance or resurgence against these synthetic pyrethroids. For that resurgence, they have developed resurgence. Okay, that's why they are not generally recommended. Again, they are poor acaricide. They are not effective against mites. So these are the disadvantages of synthetic pyrethroids. Okay, so 4 generations are there. Okay, first, second, third, and fourth. Before starting this one, try to remember. You see, what are those? 1, 2, 3, and 4.
4.
Okay. In 1, what will happen? Minus, minus. Okay. In 2, what will happen? Minus, plus. In 3, what will happen? Plus, minus. Okay. This is not mathematics or your banking math, but still the concept is like this. What is the meaning? This is factor 1. This is factor 2. What I told you about factor 1, what is the factor 1? Photon stability or poor stomach poison? Factor 1.
Photo instability.
Instability. Factor
Instability.
2.
Yes, sir.
Factor 2 is poor stomach poison. Yes or no? That means, what are the meaning of these things? In first generation, what happened? Neither they became photostable, nor they became a effective stomach poison. Getting my point or not? Both are negative. That means, whatever they prepared in this first generation, both were ineffective. Neither they become photostable, nor they become a good stomach poison. That is the meaning. Understood? First generation minus. Understood? Negative.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in second generation, what happened? You now tell. Second generation, what happened? You see, factor 1 is negative. That means those were photo
Inhibits the photo instability, sir.
Photo instability.
unstable. Yes or no? They are not stable. They are degraded into non-toxic compound. But in case of second factor, they are positive. That means what is the meaning? They became good
Stomach poisons.
stomach poison.
Good
That
stomach
means
poison.
here the development has occurred in this synthetic pyrethroid. Getting my point or not?
Yes, sir.
In third, what happened? You see, first factor is positive. That means they became
Good stomach poison.
stomach. Factor
Photo
1,
instability, sir.
they became photostable. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But second factor, you see, again, negative. That means they were
Negative.
what? Good or poor? Negative means
Good, sir.
poor. Disadvantage, yes or no? They became poor stomach poison. But in fourth generation,
Good
what
stomach
happened?
poison.
In fourth generation, what happened? You see,
Good photo stability and stomach poisons.
good stomach poison. Understood or not? Understood the concept? In first generation, negative, no development occurred. In second generation, negative, positive, only became good stomach poison. In third generation, positive, negative, became photostable. Fourth generation, positive, both the limitations were eliminated. Both the disadvantages were eliminated. Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
So only now you have to remember the example, like your alethrin. Contrast stomach, this story don't remember. Okay. Trade name you have to remember. This you see, piperonyl butoxide has been written. What is that? Piperonyl butoxide, what is that? I already have covered.
Synergist.
Very good.
Synergist.
What is a synergist? Yes or no? What is synergist and what is potentiation?
Sir, synergist means it improve the toxicity of compounds, sir.
Okay. That means synergist is a non-toxic compound or toxic compound?
Toxic, sir.
Toxic compounds, sir.
Synergist. Okay, what is potentiation? Tell. Don't give me example, tell me the concept. What is potentiation? In the last class, I have told you and you forgot.
Sir, a toxic compound, when it is added with another toxic, it will increases the toxicity, sir.
That is potentiation or synergism?
Potentiation, sir.
Okay. And you are telling piperonyl butoxide is synergist. So is this a toxic compound, piperonyl butoxide?
Non-toxic, sir.
Yes, that means non-toxic plus toxic is synergist. Toxic plus toxic is potentiation. Yes or no? Understood the concept?
Yes,
Chandan, understood or not?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Okay. So understood now, this is your word, your synergist. Okay. Similarly, second generation, here what will happen? You see, second is negative, positive. That means they will be good or effective stomach poison. Yes or no? You see, this may be an advantage, but again, that will be a disadvantage. That means they may impose some threat to the environment. They may be harmful for the mammals. Okay, indirectly. But directly, you should only focus that they became effective stomach poison, but what? Unstable under light. Understood? Second generation. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, okay, coming to the third generation, what is that in third? Positive, negative. That
Plus
means
minus,
they were photostable but poor stomach poison. Yes or no?
Poor stomach poison.
Poor,
Yes,
poor.
sir.
You see negative, huh? Okay. So you see the example I already have told you, that is your permethrin. That is the first photostable synthetic pyrethroid. Yes or no? And fenvalerate. You have to remember the trade names. No other option is there. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now coming to the fourth generation. Here what happened? They were both photostable and good stomach
Inhibitor.
poison. Understood? So many trade names are there. You see this lambda cyhalothrin trade name is kung fu, karate, all are there. Samurai, cyper kill, so many are there. Okay. So try to remember. These things may come in the exam. Anyway, I will give you the word file which I have sent in the third semester also. Okay. There all the trade names are there, important trade names you have to remember. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now just you once again I will tell you what to remember only. Okay. Here you see this one you remember. First point, which one is the first synthetic organic compound? Second is DDT, abbreviation, who has synthesized, who has discovered the insecticidal property, jitters effect. Okay. And they are phytotoxic to cucurbids. Similarly, DDT analogous, Rothen try to remember, dicofol try to remember. Okay. And this Dylan equals to prolan plus bulan. In case of BSC, who has synthesized? Michael Faraday. Okay. Gamma isomer, 99% insecticide is linden. Like this, you try to remember. Okay. Similarly, colonated terpenes, only the examples you remember. Toxaphene and stroben. Okay. In cyclodine, only these insecticide names, trade names. Endosulfan is important and banned. Why? Because they are highly toxic to fish and safe for honeybees. This question will definitely come in the exam. Which insecticide is safe for honeybees? That is your endosulfan. This table is not important for basic course. Organophosphate, Gerard Scudder, first OP compound, first commercialized OP compound, and first systemic OP compound. These things may come. Malathion, DDBP, 4-8 and Ronel are important. Rest of the other example and trade names are important. Carbamate, first carbamate. Carbamate is reversible inhibitors and organophosphate is irreversible inhibitor. This difference may be there in your column matching. Okay. Then examples with trade names are important. Okay. In case of synthetic pyrethroids, what is there? These things are important. First synthetic, first photostable synthetic, first high mammalian safe, then safe to fish, safe to bees. These things may come. Limitation, advantage, disadvantages are not required. Only first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, and what to leave. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Or I'm just reading and you are listening. Newspaper. What I told
sir,
at the end, you
sir.
understood or not? Last 5 minutes.
Yes, sir.
What you understood, Chandan? Tell.
Sir, negative, negative, positive, positive, negative, positive, positive, negative, sir. Fourth generation, third generation, second generation, first generation. Minus is plus is the stability, in a negative is inhibitor, sir. And DDT, sir. Important points to remember in DDT, and these are, sir, the first synthetic insecticides.
Okay, very good, but you told so many wrong things, huh? Yes or no?
Little wrongs. Little, small.
What is your name, huh? B.S. Thakare, what is that?
Thakre, sir, Thakre.
What is this name, Hero, Chandan? Sahib, something Sahib, you have written your name. Yes or no?
Sir, sir, account tracing save है, sir. Bala Sahib Thakre बोले.
Hero. Anyway, Pavan Kalyan, are you there? YouTuber. You are the YouTuber, na? Pavan Kalyan.
Yes, sir, I am there.
How are you?
Present. Fine, sir. You?
I have not seen you since before Corona. Huh? Anyway,
Fine,
anyway,
sir.
okay. Anyway, you just tell what are the developments done in case of synthetic pyrethroid from generation to generation. Understood?
What, sir?
What are the developments occurred in
One-
case of synthetic pyrethroid?
ఫస్ట్ టైం విన్నాడు కావాలా
What you told them?
सर ये तुमरो क्वेश्चन टा से वाट जा सब फर्स्ट टाइम सुन ला सर से त लाइफ रे
Okay. You see, whatever the question I am asking and whatever you are answering now, it will be uploaded. You know, I am uploading every videos. So your juniors will listen to this. Okay. Whatever the D section students will come, they will listen to your answer. What Pavan Kalyan has told, what Chandan has told, what Baba Saheb has told. Okay. It will be prestigious for you.
Sir, one ask question.
What?
Sir, once ask. Question once ask, sir.
Okay. Once again, I will ask you the question. I am telling what
okay,
changes has been done to this synthetic pyrethroid from generation to generation.
Generation to generation, sir.
In first generation, which were the advantages or what development has occurred to this synthetic pyrethroid is compared to your natural pyrethroid?
Positive gen.
Who is K. Dibya? Now she is joining. Very good. Only for attendance. Okay, Pavan Kalyan, thank you. Then Hariharan. Are you there?
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Sir, yes, sir.
Where are you? Your name is not shown up. Hariharan. Hello, Hiro.
There, sir.
Okay, you tell.
Sir, what, sir?
Tell in first generation, what was the condition? In negative, positive, at least you tell. The simplest way I told you to remember. Tell.
Yes, sir.
Tell, Hero.
Sir, what's the question? Negative? Positive?
No. I have told you
Negative.
simplest way to remember those things, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Whether they are stable or unstable, poor stomach poison or good stomach poison, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So tell, in first generation, what happened? What is the symbol for first generation?
Negative, sir. First generation.
Both are negative?
Yes, sir.
So what is the meaning of that? Both negative means what is the meaning? They were photostable or unstable?
Negative means unstable, sir.
Unstable, good. And another one is second factor is also negative. What is the meaning of that?
Sir?
Second factor is also negative. One negative you told. Now coming to the second negative. What is the meaning of that?
Second negative means it's having poor stomach poison, sir.
Okay, good. Then what happened in the second generation? Negative and positive.
Negative and positive, yes, sir.
Yes. So what is the meaning of negative, positive? What is the meaning? They are photo
poison.
Unstable or stable? Negative.
Negative means unstable.
Unstable. Good. Negative. Then coming to second factor is positive. What is the meaning? Poorly stomach poison or good stomach poison?
Positive, sir. Stomach poisons. Poorly.
Good or bad, I am asking.
Good, sir. Good.
Okay, very good. So in third, what is happening? What is the sign, symbol to remember? In third.
Third one.
Positive, negative. Yes or no?
Positive, negative. Yes, sir.
That means positive means what? First factor is positive. What is the meaning? They are photo
Photo.
Photo? Photocopy. What? Photo stable, yes or no?
Photo stable, sir.
Second is negative, means those are poor stomach poison. Okay. And the last one is positive, positive, both photo stable and they are good stomach poison. Okay.
Poor stomach. Yes, sir.
Understood, all of you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so these are the things you should know, you should remember. Okay. Anyway, these questions won't come in the exam. Only those examples may come with trade names. It may come for your understanding. This much of things. Anyway, what do you want? Do you want to see those videos of mode of action, or we'll stop here?
Videos, sir.
Videos. Okay. Chandan, are you watching my class or that IPL? Or today IPL match is not there?
नहीं सर मैं क्रिकेट देखूं सर क्लास का देखूं सर
अच्छा अच्छा okay who knows is it visible I think no wait now my screen is visible
yes
Yes, sir. Visible.
okay
VLC media player
no this is Windows media player
oh Windows
yes or no you see no topi is there yes or no hero
yes sir no to yes sir right
what is this
neuron sir neuron sir
okay then what is this
axon sir
axonic membrane yes or no yes that is axon only so you see this one is the axonic membrane okay through which what will happen the information will pass okay before that you see another video what is happening this one
Action button.
axon point that means the information is carrying forward yes or no from this axonic end
yes,
it will go to axonic end then it will attach to another dendritic end and the information will pass okay here you see from brain the information will come it will be cooperated with all other neurons so that you see this one is the synapse yes or no
synapse sir yes sir Johnson
okay junction
yes
okay
sir.
so this is the input neuron that means presynaptic neuron from which the information will carry forward all other will be your post synaptic neurons neurons after the synapse okay then it will direct the body movement so that insect will move its body okay so this one you see this one is the presynaptic neuron all others are postsynaptic neuron here the synapse will occur after that the information will carry forward okay am I audible and visible
yes sir
okay so you see now the information will come okay and it will pass through so this is the synapse now this is the axonic end and this one is the dendritic end this is the sender this is the receiver this sender will produce the action potential through which what will happen which chemical will come out the chemical will be your acetylcholine you see okay now you see here some receptor are there what are the receptor these are the positive charges outside in sodium Na plus These are the negative charges inside, okay, chlorine, Cl minus, okay. So this one is the sodium channel. These are the sodium channel. This, my mouse pointer is visible? The hand.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
These are the sodium channel binding site receptor. This one is the acetylcholine esterase. Okay. And these are the binding site of acetylcholine esterase enzyme. Okay. Now you see what is happening. The information is coming. That means depolarized information is coming, and it is released the neurotransmitter chemical acetylcholine. Where they will attach? They will attach to the sodium channel binding site, sodium channel receptor. Here they will attach. Okay. Once they will attach, what will happen? This gate will be opened. And when this gate will be opened, these positive charges will enter inside. Then here what will happen? It will get depolarized. That means the stability will be disrupted. The equilibrium will be disrupted. Positive charges will enter inside. Okay. After the positive charges will enter inside, it will become depolarized, negatively depolarized. Okay. Then what will happen now? When the information will pass from this point, then what will happen? Some sodium pumps will be there in between. So these sodium pumps, again, those positive charges will come outside. When this acetylcholine will again return back to its own exonic end. First they will attach to the acetylcholine esterase enzyme site, then they will return back. This is the procedure of normal nerve impulse conduction. Understood or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yes,
this
sir.
is the normal process. Okay, you see how the input axon is sending the information from neuron to neuron, and that will carry forward to the target muscle, and the muscle will be ordered to do some of the work in a stable state, not disrupted state. Okay, slowly it will beat its muscle and it will work. Okay, this is in case of normal case. Now you see, suppose you have applied the insecticide, what will happen? You see, when you apply the insecticide, then continuous flow of information will be there. Due to this unstable or continuous depolarization, it will trigger more muscle impulse conduction. Then the body will be like this, tremor, which I told you as jitters. Yes or no? This is the tremoring of the body, and the insect will die. Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now you see what is happening in case of your organophosphate. This one is what? Acetylcholine esterase binding site. Okay. Generally, what will happen? This acetylcholine will attach here, so that the sodium channel gate will be closed and the sodium ions will be opened by that sodium pumps. First you see that one, then you see this one. Okay, you see now what is happening. Here you see, it is not visible here, here. Okay, just beside that, what? Sodium channel, acetylcholine esterase binding site will be there. Okay, now coming to what will happen, you see. When the information will pass through, when the information will pass through, inside negative depolarization will be there. What is the meaning of that? You see, zoom mode. When the information is coming, what will happen? This gate will be opened. Here you see, here the acetylcholine will attach, the chemical gate will be opened, and they will enter inside. Positive charge. That means information is coming inside. Now what will happen? When the information is passing by, or completed, then what will happen? These acetylcholine here, it is not visible here. The process is this acetylcholine attach here, they will attach to the acetylcholine esterase binding site, those yellow color here. It is not visible. Then what will happen? These gates will be closed. This sodium pump will be open. This is sodium channel, this is sodium pump. Sodium channel means input, sodium pump means output. Now you see what will happen. This was depolarized. It will become again polarized because again those positive charges will go outside. This is like your Pac-Man. Yes or no? Understood what is happening?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the normal norm impulse conduction. Okay. Now coming to what will happen in case of your organophosphate. Here you see the normal process is acetylcholine will attach to the acetylcholine esterase binding site. This is the normal process. Okay. Then this one is also dissolved. Then simultaneously the process will start. Okay. This is the normal case. But when you apply one organophosphate insecticide, then what is happening? You see, this is a permanent cross-link. That means this may get dissolved of that insecticide, but this won't dissolve. This will be interlinked to this acetylcholine esterase binding site. For which what will happen? This acetylcholine cannot attach here. That means this sodium channel gate, whatever it was there, that cannot be closed. Getting my point? So that
Yes, sir.
continuous positive charges flow will be there. Continuous norm impulse conduction will be there. Hyper excitation will be there. And the insect will die due to hyper excitation. Understood? So no?
Yes, sir.
It is known as what? Non-reversible
Yes, sir.
or irreversible or non-competitive inhibition. Understood?
Yes,
Now
sir.
coming to the difference in case of carbamate, what is happening? You see, this is the carbamate. Okay, this is what your carbamate. In carbamate, what will happen? The link, the cross link present here, it will be dissolved. That means, you see what will happen. For some time it will work. Acetylcholine cannot attach, and the insect will be knocked down. But if within a few period of time that cannot attack that insect, or the insect is not dying, within prior to some time, after a lapse of time, what will happen? This link will be break. This link will be broken. Okay, and it will be removed. Once it will be removed, again the acetylcholine can attach. That means it is the insect can recover. For which it is known as what? Your reversible inhibition. While organophosphate is irreversible inhibition. Understood or not? Why? Understood why? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
No, really understood or just telling yes, sir? Understood? Why that one is irreversible and why this one is reversible. Okay? You see, first they will attach. For some period of time, they will act on that insect. But if within that time, the insect is not dying, the insect may recover. For this much period of time, they will act. But once this will be dissolved, now acetylcholine can attach. If this is attaching means the sodium channel will be closed and again polarization will occur. Again, the insect may recover. Understood? Okay. Understood? Now the last one,
No,
you
sir.
see, in these two cases, what was happening? What is the target site? Where the insecticide was attaching. Where? You have seen the video, you tell. Where the insecticide was attacking. Which site? Acetyl?
Acetylcholine.
Esterase binding site, yes or no? But in case of synthetic pyrethroid, which one is the target site? Synthetic
Yes, sir.
pyrethroid. Okay, in case of synthetic pyrethroid, which one is the target site?
Sodium canals.
Sodium channel. So where they will attach? Sodium channel. Yes or no? You see the video. Okay. Here you see. When you apply the synthetic pyrethroid, where they are attaching? What is this one? Sodium channel. Yes or no? In this sodium channel binding site, they are attaching. They are preventing it to close. Then the hyperexcitation, same thing. Understood? Only the target site is different. Understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the condition. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Chandan, have you experienced these things or not? Hyperexcitation?
I can, sir.
You can, or you have experienced behind Dilip's shop?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. You should not also. Okay. अच्छा तुम भलो भी लागी ओ ठीक है
yes.
Okay, anyway
The combined
कोंडा
the combined pillar
तुम voice सुना जाओ नहीं तुम voice सुना ना मो voice भी तुम सुना
innocent nice innocent coach sir innocent
अच्छा तुम innocent कही थी वो
हाँ माने से विषय सर
Nice job.
अच्छा हो Okay, I have taken the attendance, huh? Okay. So thank you. Any doubt is there?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. So Chandan, what is the status of PKD?
Sir, 60 cases, sir.
60 cases in century and how many cases?
Sir, expose करना है sir.
कितना?
Actually,
expose करना है.
Sir, हाँ बाहर को देखो ना सर बीएससी जेतोले कॉलेज चालू थला ना कि सर ऑनलाइन क्लास है आगुरु मध्य सर बीएससी जी सेकंड ईयर रे सर गोटे 9टा केसेस थिला सर
9टा मु 4टा सुनथि त 9टा कहछ हैं
नहीं 9टा सर तांके लुचे दोचन सर बीएससी जी रो 3टा सेक्शन रे पूरा सर कोविड सिम्पटम्स आउ हमर जे 4th ईयर सर बी आउ सी आउ ई सेक्शन ना को सेक्शन सर
हम 4th ईयर गेलो कि माने कोन एग्जाम न दो
माने 6th सेमेस्टर पिला सर हमर पैरेलल
तुम 3rd ईयर ना 4th ईयर काई भाब दोछ ना रैगिंग करे 4th ईयर जो
नहीं सर 4th ईयर हिजु सर अब केते दिन ये जूनियर रे थियो सर
ऑनलाइन एग्जाम दरे सल्ला नहीं
हां ऑनलाइन एग्जाम नहीं दिखले सॉरी गला सर
ओ मजा करा ओ थैंक यू हां थैंक यू
हां थैंक यू सर
ओके एंडिंग द मीटिंग
Thank you, sir.
Okay.